There are two ways to describe this episode. One is the way that I watched it, which was everything is red team and everything hurts. Mainly because as much as I actually like, at this point, over half of the red team, I am way 100% blue team. But also, Michael really eloquently put the entire episode in one confessional nutshell thing.
As far as I'm concerned, one bad service and Dan's out of here.
The episode was the worst episode of the season. A lot of bullshit happened, and it was like a lot of things in the episode made me really sad.
Really bothered me. Really.
A lot of the things in the episode made me really angry.
I couldn't even contribute to my team today, so don't blame the on me. The blue team looks like jackasses. How fitting.
There were things in the episode that didn't really make as much sense as they probably should have.
I've never cooked goat before in my life. I figure if anybody on the team has a shot at doing it fairly well, it's me.
There were things that didn't make sense at all.
The crispy duck on the inside is almost too crispy.
And then there was whatever the fuck that is.
Grumpy children.
It was just stupid. Okay, so I guess we can actually talk about the episode. I guess we could talk about the girls. And by talk about the girls, I'm going to string a montage of the girls and put text on them because I quite frankly do not care about talking about them.
My first concern was getting the potatoes in because I knew that they were going to take the longest.
The hero was the protein, right?
Yes, Chef.
Yeah.
Come on, Neutral! You're killing it!
Chef Ramsay, really? You put your family on the blue side? You know the red team has it together.
Got observer cooked. Rubber, look at it. Touch that one there. Just touch it there. Come on, get me some more in there.
Go, Jacqueline, go.
You've got the easiest appetizer.
Yes, Chef.
Me.
The red team, although we're on a winning streak, we're beating a horrible team.
Call me crazy, but just women might be the final six.
So, I have 3 more red team members to talk about, though. Let's just get them over with now.
Stop calling my name!
I'm scared of animals, okay? Turkeys and
Come on.
I'm scared of my own damn dog. That should tell y'all something.
Open up the gate.
At this point, the animals are actually chasing Nedra.
Nedra and I have been kind of talking or tweeting about it over the past week about how scared she is of animals. So I've known the whole I'm afraid of my own damn dog thing for like the past week or so. But it was still funny to watch, and the turkey and everything, and it was adorable. It was really funny.
You know, your dish is actually really tasty.
How can that be so tender and literally melt in your mouth? It's almost like softer than polenta.
Woo! We win! Good job, Janelle. Awesome.
Good job, baby.
We took that loss yesterday. We didn't let it slow us down. And today we come back with a victory. I'm super pumped.
Janelle, I mean, that was a very strong finish.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you.
I think the best dish so far out of all of them was Janelle's.
Janelle was hands down one of the biggest MVPs in this whole entire episode, and I was really excited to watch her do well. Janelle does well in literally everything she does. She has been the most consistent person in the entire cast, hands down.
Turkeys are pretty mean, aren't they?
Well, you're about to find out.
Yes, I am rooting for Anthony, but I would be pretty much just as happy if Janelle won. She was actually my pre-show favorite. I saw her photo, and I looked a little bit at her bio, and I said, that's who I think I'm going to root for to win this competition. I mean, obviously close second, but she's still like someone who I'm not going to be sad if she ends up winning. Like, that's ridiculous. Even if my favorite loses, I'm just going to be like, well, at least he lost to Janelle. Like, you know, that's fine. I'd still prefer him to win, but whichever works. I don't really, not going to be upset no matter what happens, but yeah, I mean, Janelle has definitely been the most consistent person in this entire competition. She's the only one who hasn't come close to being nominated. She has done well in every challenge, and I think at this point, if she makes Black Team without getting nominated, I would say that she deserves to win at that point. I mean, she's been phenomenal all season. My dad's actually rooting for Janelle.
Mary,
Yes,
please
Chef.
don't get too excited. You will not be butchering these animals.
No, I'm excited to wrestle him. I'm kind of freaking out. I've been nominated
elimination 3 times. I have no more chances left. I'm walking.
How the garnish following?
Chef, 2 Wellingtons.
Where's the garnish?
Hot behind you.
Mary.
Yes, Chef.
They're beautifully cooked.
Beautiful.
Service, please.
6 minutes out on that chicken. 6 minutes.
Mary is on the money tonight. I'm like, dang, Mary, the little lamb that's spoken up.
John, you good?
I'm listening to your times, and I'm timing myself.
Awesome.
Get it, bitch, get it.
When John's ready to walk, we're ready to walk.
Okay.
Let garnish.
Mary, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm the chef to beat tonight.
We just needed to make sure that it was perfect.
I'm stronger and stronger every day, and I'm gonna come out on top.
Who was excited that Mary kicked ass this episode? I was. She was phenomenal. I was so happy that she really came through. I've been like nervous that she's gonna go home soon, and she still could go home soon. I mean, Dan did a really good job last week on meat, and where is he now? Walking out that door without his goddamn jacket. So, I don't really want to think that Mary has any chance of going home next, but please don't pull a Dan, Mary. Just don't do it. Oh my god. Mary the Butcher, it was amazing this week. I'd say, yes, Janelle has been the most consistent person, and she did phenomenally in that challenge, but I almost want to say that Mary the Butcher is tied with Janelle at MVP of the week on the girls team. So, great job, Mary. So good. I love her. I think she's adorable. So, yay. Good job. Alright, men. Let's talk about the men.
Why is this guy trying to coach me on how to cook?
Parsnip puree might go really well with that lamb because of the sweetness.
Does this guy know who the I am? Chef Zach. Mary, quite contrary. Get it together, woman. Chef Mike, you should have took some of your own suggestions. Maybe you know how to cook better, and this won't be happening.
Stone cold.
Hey, all of you. You first. Come here.
No, this can't be happening.
Just touch that. Just touch the burger.
Oh, chef.
Just touch.
I got one sitting right there, chef. I got another one right there.
Who's that table? That's my family. Hey, you have the audacity to send it to my son. I wouldn't do that to your family.
Totally my fault.
My friends love my meatballs. I should open up a meatball factory, you know? I mean, I'm pretty proud of my meatballs, so I'm excited to make meatballs.
Right, you got a lot of balls, literally.
Ah! Keep in mind that yam is sweet. I might want to think about doing glaze. So now I'm checking everybody's food. Finish it with some nice dry herbs, yeah?
Oh, I got it, Holmes. I got it.
I have to make sure every dish is perfect. How do you feel about, like, going classic, right? Lamb and minted potatoes. Classic flavor pairing.
Michael was a star in this episode. Usually I give Michael flack for not existing and me not knowing really who Michael is, but Michael was very, very vocal in this episode. And it was funny because there was a joke made on Tumblr where it was like, you know, Michael's not really present when he's wearing his glasses, but Michael is a pivotal character when he's not. And just to prove my point, we're going to show 2 clips from 2 different episodes. So we're going to start with the original Lang-Ryan fight. This is what Michael was like in this fight with glasses on.
Come on, I'm going to lose those garnish. And Dan's failing at the one task that he has. I need a lamb.
And this is what Michael was like when he took his glasses off.
You just looked at the lamb. How? Move. Get the out of here. Get out.
You gotta talk to me, bro. That's it.
All right.
You gotta talk to me.
Stop yelling at me.
No.
Stop yelling.
You. Talk to me or get the out and go home.
No different from this episode. What happened in this episode where he had his glasses on?
It's coming. I mean, the kid's a little bit of a train wreck, and if this kid can't make a simple pizza, I need to step in and pump him out.
What happened when he took them off?
I never worked with so many amateurs in this business in my life. Everybody has to talk in this place. It's a show. Does anybody know what they're doing? I know what the is going on. Maybe this is how I need to be in the kitchen, because I'm hot right now. I'm embarrassed.
Exactly. Michael not only just turns into a pivotal character, he turns straight up into the Hulk. Like, Langdon smash right there. What the fuck was that? Oh my god. That was beautiful, though. I loved that whole fight, that whole thing, that whole moment was beautiful, so. Really happy Michael was a character in this because I give him a lot of flack for the whole invisible thing, but it would also be nice if we could see him get angry and get noticed with the glasses on. But it is a funny joke noticing that he has to take his glasses off just to be an important pivotal character. It was a running joke at first just from that one fight, but now that it has actually happened like 3 times, it's funny. It's pretty funny, actually. But no, Michael has actually, for some reason, kind of crawled up to being one of my favorites. I don't know if it's just the fact that he seems sweet on Twitter. I'm sure that the only reason he's not following me is because I'm a bitch, but he seems a nice guy, and he's very talented, and I am willing to acknowledge that even when the cameras are not on him all the time. So it was nice to see him come out as an actual character and it not all be about Dan. I've always been confused on whether or not Michael's actually going to make it to black team. I'd like to see it happen. I would. There are a lot of people I wouldn't mind seeing go home like way sooner than Michael, but it would be nice to see.
We need 28 servings of ratatouille.
Look at this. They have menus for these animals. A cold cheeseburger. How the hell does something like that happen?
1 halibut, 1 lamb, 1 bass. Let's go.
Yes, chef. We've won a challenge and 1 service. This is where Barrett needs to pull through.
One time I was on Tumblr and I was through the Hell's Kitchen tag, and someone said the most annoying people on Hell's Kitchen 11 are Dan, Ray, and Anthony. Dan, I understand. I agree with that. Ray, I mean, I don't think he's super annoying, but I don't really think he's that great. But you put Anthony on their level. I, blocked that user because I don't really think I should have to see any of those wrong opinions of people because they're wrong. That's pretty much the end of it. Yeah, Anthony was really not in this episode, actually, which is weird because usually Anthony and Barrett and Nedra are like the royal confessional court. Like, they always have the most amount of confessionals. But this week, Anthony only got 3. You saw 2 of them. I'm going to show another one in a bit. But yeah, it was like weird. The only other times you saw him was when he was on Fish doing it perfectly, as I called, for the record, even though... Yeah, no, the whole thing happened except Ray didn't go home. Crazy. If Ray was nominated, he would have totally gone home, and it would have been the same reason he probably should have gone home the past 2 times. But yeah, Anthony was on Fish doing it perfect. The only other time you saw him were in these confessionals, feeding some animals, or not getting a point for some bullshit crispy duck issue, which I already called out in the beginning. What the hell did that even mean? That made no sense. He was totally robbed from a point. I mean, I don't give a shit if Susan's duck sounded great. I mean, it sounded okay. That was great. They probably could have both gotten a point and then tied it up and do the same thing that they've done in the past. Just, oh God, it's so annoying. Poor Anthony. He didn't deserve that. He should have gotten a point, damn it.
Against Anthony's seared duck with jasmine rice.
Your duck's cooked good, once again, which is good to see.
You know his phrase, a point is a point is a point. You probably, like, too crispy duck, whatever the fuck that meant. Like, he deserved that point. That's a point. That's, yeah, I'm never gonna try to be cute again. That was really embarrassing. I'm never going to be Anthony tier cute anymore. Oh my God. Alright. Anyway, yeah, so he was pretty much, other than that, invisible. But in a way, that's kind of cool, because now I can spend 10 minutes talking about other people instead of spending 10 minutes talking about how adorable and hilarious and talented and perfect Anthony is, because you can watch 20 minutes of it if you go to the other videos. It's usually the second video. So, I guess that's nice. Although, you want to hype up on the adorable factor. Can we watch this confessional?
A trip to the aquarium in Long Beach, VIP treatment, snorkeling with sea animals. God, that would be so nice.
You poor thing. Oh my God, this was so cute. And on top of that, the punishment honestly didn't really seem as bad as the past ones. It wasn't like the bread making one or the fish head soup one where he didn't actually have to participate. I'm guessing it's because of the ankle. And this punishment was cute. I mean, they got to feed the animals, and like, dude, Anthony and Barrett were so adorable with those animals.
Come on, look, it's okay. Really, I promise.
Eat it. Eat it. Eat the food.
Well, I mean, that's really all Anthony this week. I mean, obviously, unfortunately, Anthony's not gonna get, like, his 10 minutes normally, but like he usually does every video, but he's got enough, and he knows I love him. He's still my favorite. Nothing's really changed, although I actually because in the last video I had to annotate the fact that he has made top 5 of my all-time Hell's Kitchen contestants list, which no one from last season made top 10. So I was like, well, after last season was such a fail, I didn't think anyone from this season was going to make it. And not only did Anthony breach into top 10, he's top 5. So I didn't actually vocalize how happy I was and like any congratulations. So I guess I can do that in this video. Congratulations, Anthony Rodriguez, for making it to the top 5 of my favorite all-time Hell's Kitchen contestants. If Black Team is in the cards for you, then yes, you will probably be in the top 3. Certainly if you win.
Man, this is gonna be easy for me. I've spent some time on a farm. Are you serious? That shouldn't go in the window. No way in hell, man. Raw fish, people can survive. Undercooked meat, you can cook it more. Like, it's not gonna kill you. Raw chicken will kill you. Seriously, Barrett, you're moving backwards. You gotta get your head out of your man, please. Being dominated like this is just embarrassing. But, you know, we can all say, oh, it's a new blue team, oh, it's gonna change. Until you prove it in that kitchen, it don't mean
I want to almost go as far as to say that John was MVP of the night, of the boys. Ramsey certainly thought so because John was the one announcing the nominees. So that's MVP usually.
John, first nominee and why, please?
Remember when I said that Dan only got to say the nominees last week because Gordon probably didn't want Anthony to say him 2 weeks in a row? Well, sorry, I mean, I want to almost feel bad for Michael and Ray because they haven't gotten to say the nominees, and John's gotten able to say them twice. But no, John was amazing this episode. He was sweet, he was, like, worrying about his team, he was really solid on service. He's great. I like John a lot. As I said with the whole pillar thing, I think that I think John and Anthony have a very good chance of making it a Jonthony final 2. Which I won't be upset about. I mean, like, obviously I'm rooting for Janelle and Anthony to be in the finals, but definitely would be okay with John in the finals. But I just can see it now. I mean, yeah, he's been inconsistent for a while, but John's, at the end of the day, a total bounce. So, great job, John. If any of you guys want to pass this video to John, please be my guest. He doesn't really use Twitter, which is fine. Twitter can be an annoying environment anyway, with a very flawed private messaging system, but pass them to him anyway. Facebook it, I don't really care.